Welcome to Seafan Sports Mariner Weekly. Boy, Kevin, we're coming off a rough road trip.
Yep.
Today it ended in not so stellar fashion. However, Kevin, we did score 2 runs, so that is something. I know, right?
Yeah.
Gino hit a home run. Other than that,
Yeah.
2 for 7.
Yeah. It was a tough week. It was painful road trip. Absolutely painful.
It was painful, Kevin. However, unfortunately, we're going to be in these hard games.
Oh
Some of
yeah.
these against these opponents, absolutely. And we have to figure out a way to be able to get past the good teams. And we did it. Here's the good thing. We did it at home. So
Yep.
we're ready for some home cooking. They're coming home. We got a 3-game set against those Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or Rays, however you want to say
Yep.
it. And then
They're
we
called
got the
Rays now.
Phillies. They're just called the Rays.
They're
Okay.
just called the Rays. Yep.
Just the Rays. So, yeah. And then we got the Phillies coming in. So,
Mhm.
definitely. The Marlins are they're another good team.
They are a really good team. And you know what we ran into? We ran into really good pitching.
Here, Kevin, here's the thing that people have to realize is this is a very young team. And if we
Mhm.
continue to want to press the panic button every time, these guys struggle. This game, you're doing amazing if you succeed 3 out of 10 times.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
How much of a difference is it between 3 out of 10 times and 2 out of 10 times? To be honest with you, Kevin, I think that these guys are going to turn it around. I think that there's way too much criticism of Jared Kelnick. I think he has played phenomenally in the field.
Defense. Yeah.
My God, he made a catch the other day that I was watching him like, where'd he go? He he, he was in a corner and he made that catch and then, fired the laser to second,
Oh my
you
gosh.
know?
Yeah. Absolutely great defense. You're right, Dave. I 100% agree with you. But the one thing I will say is I'm not panicking. It's a
No.
long season, and I think the bats are going to turn around. They are going to come together. And let's kind of talk about our next homestand. I know you'd mentioned the Tampa Bays. So I went off the power rankings of the upcoming road trip and the
Yes.
home stand. So we're
Okay.
playing Tampa Bay at home. They're ranked number 8. The Phillies
Gotcha.
come in for so Tampa Bay we're playing 4 games in Seattle. Phillies were playing 3. They're ranked number 19. Sorry, I'm having a tough time reading.
It's okay.
And then we hit the road. Now the
Okay.
Mariners are still ranked number 12. That's probably going to change next week.
Probably.
But we're hitting the road. We're going to take 3 first the Mets. They are ranked number 2 in baseball. Then we're going to the Blue Jays. Well, guess what? They're ranked number 4 in baseball right now.
Hey, Kevin. When
Yeah.
we play the Mets, we'll see Robinson Cano, right?
No, no, no. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's gone. They DF'd him.
Boy, I tell you what, I wish we would have got I wish we would have got an equal trade on that deal.
Yeah, I think we really lost that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, okay, Kevin, I didn't mean to take you off track. You're telling us about the
No,
number 4 team in the power rankings.
yeah, we're playing 3 against the Blue Jays
Yeah.
in Toronto, and then we go and play 4 games against the Boston Red Sox. They're currently ranked number 18. So we're going
Yeah.
up. This road trip's going to be tough as well. So yeah,
Brutal.
call up doom and gloom. I'd be excited if we came away 50-50. So
Hmm. I would like to see him go 500, Kevin,
yeah,
and I think
exactly.
if we can come back with 500 over that stretch of 3 games, I tell you what, if we can get one out of the Mets, I'll be pretty happy. If we can get one out of Toronto, I'll be happy there. And then if we can go up there and take 3 out of 4 from Boston, we should be feeding on a Boston team right now that's reeling.
Well, depends on who's pitching with Toronto, the Blue Jays,
Mm.
because there's an ex-Mariner that is not doing very well right now.
Is
Oh
that
man.
maple tree not standing very firm?
No, it's not the Maple Tree. He's in
Oh,
Boston. It is
that's right. I knew we were.
YK is in
Oh,
Toronto. And yeah, he's not living up to what they decided to pay him. So
Okay. All right,
not worth
Kevin.
that 13 million this year so far.
So I tell you what, again, we don't have a very easy. If we can feast on the Phillies and feast on the Red Sox, that's where you have to make that hay. You let one of those teams come in and have a winning record against you. That's not how you get to the postseason. You know.
Well, let's talk about some great news.
Okay.
We got some attaboys coming up this
So we have
right.
look at
Oh yeah.
Attaboy. He's a
Let's
good boy.
congratulations to Logan Gilbert. He's a good boy.
He is
Logan
a good
Gilbert
boy.
won AL Pitcher of the Month. 4 wins, a
Mhm.
0.64 ERA, 8 walks, which is a little high, and 27 Ks. Congratulations, Logan. Outstanding watching you play. And, he ended the losing streak and he might have to end it again. Hopefully, Robbie Ray can break that snap. But boy, Logan's just been pitching outstanding and, gives up 2 home runs. That's the only 2 runs all year long
Right.
are 2 home runs. And then let's talk about Ty France.
Attaboy.
Attaboy, 333 batting average. JP Crawford still batting 364. I think you said what he hit 2 for 4 again today. He's
Yeah,
just
he did.
been unbelievable this year. And we talked about Ty France being MVP of the team so far.
Mhm.
Boy, JP has looked absolutely impressive.
Yeah, he's looked impressive at the plate, Kevin,
Hmm.
but I tell you what, he struggled a little bit in defense.
That will smooth out. I'm not too worried about his defense.
Okay.
He's a solid defensive player. And let's talk about a one young and a mammoth home run he hit this week. Julio Rodriguez on the 7-game road trip is batting 348.
Wow.
That home run was a bomb. It was so
Absolutely.
fun to see, man. And that smile,
Yeah,
oh,
he was
oh
pretty
yeah,
happy.
he was pretty happy. He got the
Yeah.
monkey off his back. So those are my attaboys. Very
Attaboy.
happy with those guys so far this season.
Well, Kevin, I sure remember us doing a lot of trips around the minors going Arkansas last year,
Hmm.
and we talked a ton about Julio. We did.
Yes.
We talked just oodles. And I tell you what, if you would have gone back last year and told me that he was going to be this impressive this soon in the majors, I'd have been like, I don't know about that. Let's give him some time. But he is absolutely come on like a house of fire. And it's not, Kevin, he's had to fight. He has had to fight to get here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think that the odds are stacked against him and he is just showing us what type of pro that we are looking forward to having in one
Hmm.
Julio Rodriguez. All right, Kevin, speaking of trips through the minors, do you think we should head down to the minor leagues?
Let's go.
All right, Kevin. So let's start first with the Tacoma Rainiers. Let's hope that we had a little bit better week than we had last year, or excuse me, last week.
Yeah, and these stats stop on Monday night. I didn't talk about Tuesday's games. This is strictly last week.
Okay.
The Rainiers won 2 games and lost 3. They're still in last place.
Still struggle
But
bus.
let's talk about a couple things.
Okay.
Roenis Elias, I can never pronounce his first name for the life of
Hmm.
me. He is coming back from Tommy John, and
Uh huh.
he has looked outstanding. He's
Okay.
appeared in 6 games, only 9 innings pitched, but coming off of Tommy John, I'm okay with that. He's had
Okay.
6 hits, 1 earned run, 6 Ks, and he's got a 0.96 ERA. So the quality left-handed pitcher coming back from Tommy John. I cannot wait to see this guy in Seattle.
So, Kevin,
And
do you think he's gonna be in our bullpen, correct? Because we've been dying for another bullpen arm, especially
lefty
lefty,
long term
long
long
relief,
inning relief. Yes.
right?
And then and speaking of that, Justice Sheffield got sent back down to AAA so that he can get more steady pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sam Haggerty. Now, this guy was on the Mariners last year, a dynamic, young, athletic outfielder, not one of the big guys. He actually has been doing more utility work than
Mm-hmm.
strictly outfield work. He's
Okay.
currently batting 314, 4
Wow.
home runs, 2 doubles, 7 stolen bases, and 17 RBIs, and he
Mhm.
has an OPS of 865. So, boy, Sam Haggerty's looked good. So we gotta have some positive coming out of Tacoma. So
Didn't somebody make their return this week in,
he did.
didn't
Yeah,
he do something
yeah.
fantastic in his first at bat?
His first at bat, he hit a home run, and then he hit a RBI single, I think it was the next at bat. So yeah, I cannot wait for Mr. Kyle Lewis
There
to
we go, I was gonna
come back
say,
up.
Kyle Lewis.
Yep.
Alright, Kevin, is that all we got for the Rainiers?
That's it. Yeah.
Alright, let's jump in that plane, we're gonna head down to the dirty South and see Ludacris himself, and while we're there, we're gonna go to Arkansas. How are things in Traveler Land, Kevin?
0 wins and 5 losses last week. They are not in 12th and 4th place. Although on Friday, April 29th, Taylor Dollard, who has been very surprising this year, just been outstanding, adding to the other 2 guys, George and Levi. He pitched 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs,
Wow.
6 Ks, and he still has a 0.00 ERA.
Okay. So another guy that we've got to be able to bring into our rotation. Excellent.
Yep, and I do know that George and Levi pitched, okay. They were not like lights out in their last, games out. So I know that George pitched on Sunday, May 1st. He had 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks, and he's got a 1.82 ERA. So he's still doing very, very well. I didn't. Once again, Levi pitched on Tuesday and or yeah, Tuesday, and I didn't quite follow up
We'll
with
have
that.
that for you guys next week.
Yep,
Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you know when that drops. All
yep.
right, Kevin, let's go ahead and jump in that plane, head back to the West Coast, going on and up to Everett. How did the Aqua Sox do last week, Kevin? Do you have any good news this week?
The Aqua Sox were 2 wins and 3 losses.
Okay, not
So
so much.
they're 7-13 and currently in last place.
Gotcha.
So not a lot of stuff, but let's talk about 2 guys real quick.
Okay.
Bryce Miller has
Mm,
pitched in 3 games. He's 1-0 in 3 games. He's pitched 26 innings. Has 8 earned runs, 35 Ks, and he's got a 277 ERA. I
wow.
didn't even know who this kid was until this year. So,
Okay.
man, hats off to Bryce Miller.
And we did this. We did these trips through the minors all year last year.
Yep.
So if Kevin's coming up with a player he hasn't heard before, then it's somebody fresh. All right, Kevin. What you have anything else on Everett?
Yeah, outfielder Spencer Packard, the ninth
Okay.
round pick of the 2021 draft, is currently batting 299, 407 on base percentage, 567 slugging, and a 974 OPS. He's had 10 doubles,
Mm,
1 triple, and 7 home runs. He's
holy
a
Moses!
he is another outfielder to keep an eye on. So there we go.
All right, Kevin. Now we're going to go down to them dirty nuts. What did they do this week?
Well, the Nuts, here we go. 4 wins, two
What?
losses. 4 wins, 2 losses. You never know what's
You
going on
can't
in
make this up,
Nutland. So
Kevin.
no, they're still currently in third place, though, at
Okay.
10 wins, 11 losses. Uh, you know, we've already talked about Robert Perez,
Okay.
but boy, he shows he is leading that team. He's leading the team in batting average at
Mhm.
286,
Gotcha.
runs at 17, home runs at 5, and he's tied with 18 RBIs. So
Wow.
Robert Perez is the hitter on that team.
Gotcha.
The other guy we've talked about, the other 2 guys we've technically talked about is pitcher Jimmy Kingsbury.
Hmm.
Has in 0.00 ERA at 8
Wow.
innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. And Joe Hernandez or Joseph Hernandez, I call him Joe. In
Just
in
you guys
in
are tight like that.
oh yeah, in 4 games, 19 innings pitched, he has a 24 Ks with a 189 ERA. So a couple quality pitchers down in the Nuts land this year. That's what they didn't have last year. They had solid bats, but no pitching. They
Okay.
got a couple pitchers this year, and it looks like they're doing pretty well.
They're better.
I'm telling you, we got some solid pitching in our minor league systems. I
Right.
mean, just think about Elias coming back. We got George Kirby, Levi Stout, Taylor Dollard, um, Bryce Miller, Jimmy Kingsbury, and Joe Hernandez. I mean, there's some quality arms. So I'm excited about our arms. Let's see if the bats will come together.
Absolutely. And you know what, guys? Again, I'm not I can't iterate this enough. Jared Kelnick, Matt Brash are both young, and they're going
Young.
to take some time to develop. The more patience we have with them, the more they're going to produce. That's how I feel, Kevin. Any final words from you today?
No, I'm absolutely excited, and I think Matt Brash will probably be, depending on whatever happens. I'm not sure they're going to let him work through all his issues.
Yeah, I think he's going to get sent back down, if you
Mm,
want my opinion. But that you're going to do that as a young player. You're going to be up, you're going to be down, just the way it
absolutely.
is.
Yep.
Yeah, he still has the stuff, Kevin.
He does have the stuff, and it's nasty.
All
So
right,
just got to give up, quit walking people.
all right, Kevin. That's all we have this week. Make sure you guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. Turn on that notification bell. Give us thumbs up, thumbs down, and as always, we want to hear from you guys. Please and thank you. Look at me using manners, Kevin.
Wow,
I know, right?
that's awesome.
I know. There is some sort of problem today. All
There
right,
we
you
go.
guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.
Go Mariners.
All right, man.